Hey dudes and chicks, and neither of those rules don't apply to you. Welcome to Big for Last Time. My name is Katie. Today I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do actually for a long time. I've always planned on doing it. I've just never fucking held up on my end of the bargain with it, which is basically like a use it or lose it. Like videos of palettes that I basically like don't even remember or actually know if they're still good compared to like the revolution. Like, you know, makeup evolves all the time and formulas change and they just improve and improve and improve. And, you know, brands come out with formulas that are so fucking good that it's like a palette that you thought was really good when it first came out maybe isn't necessarily good today. And so today I'm going to be using the Such a Gem palette by Morphe. It's the only Morphe palette I have not decluttered. The color story looks like this. You guys have all seen it, but it's literally a color story after my own heart. And it's also very Valentine-y. Clearly this look is fucking Halloween, but this is a very Valentine's Day palette, and so I like February is my month. Like, I love Valentine's Day, I love February, I love pink. It's a pink holiday and basically it's a pink month. Hearts are my shit. I fucking love them. If you guys are interested in seeing whether or not I'm gonna keep this palette or if I'm gonna declutter it, then just keep watching. Or if you guys are curious to see how I got this look. So I'm already primed with my P. Louise primer in Room 02, and I actually was thinking that might have been a bad idea, but I'm going to use my P. Louise Acid Rain paint in the color Ecstasy to do my lid. I'm just gonna kind of place this on the lid and above, just above my crease. You guys have seen me use this technique before in my Not Normal. My initial review of the Not Normal palette by Unearthly Cosmetics, and it worked fucking famously. However, I mean, I've literally never had a problem with an unearthly shadow, so it's been so long since I've used a Morphe shadow that I actually don't even remember. I remember it being spotty, but I mean, I remember loving this palette, and the color story is bomb, and also one of the best, one of the GOATs. This color story to me is one of the best of all time. I love big palettes. Not everybody does. I fucking do. So I'm just keeping that line above my crease here, and then like kind of like, you know, a little bit of a whatever, blah, 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 right there. Get that, any creasing. And then I'm going to go in with my Refer 14, which I already dipped and then changed my mind. And I'm going to dip into this glittery shadow right here. Because some of these shades that I like in here are supposedly topper shades. And so I want to go in over the black and see if they actually work, because this palette has like, it's old, I never use it, I love it, I love the color story, but if the quality of the shadows aren't that good, I'm sure that I can dupe it, and so I'm just gonna get rid of it if I don't love it, which I probably will. I remember loving it, and I remember everybody that used it fucking loved it, and there was a lot of really experienced people using this palette that fucking loved it, so plus that Acid Rain. Eye paints, they'll turn any shit shadow good. So that's the other thing, is I kind of cheated, but I can't ever keep a black smoky eye, or a black, I can't keep black in my crease. It always like creases and turns like white, which I don't actually mind as much now as I used to, but it's because I wear makeup so often. Just gonna kind of I'm going to use a Morphe M506, and I'm going to go into this color right here. I don't know what it's called. Purple Majesty, I think. And I'm just going to pack this 50% on and 50% off. I think this is going to work really good, actually. I like that a lot. I love this fucking palette. I love this color story, everything about it. And honestly, I feel like there's so many good colors in this palette that it's hard. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go in and just like barely blend out that line. I mean, that looks pretty fucking good. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my Zoeva 227 and I'm gonna go into the color Posh Boss. And I'm just going to tap this because this is going to gray it up and make it match my outfit. You know what this reminds me of? The In the Dark palette. Shit. I mean, not shit. I mean... I just love this color story and I love it in the Dark palette. Like I love the color story of that palette and I've been like waiting to use it. But I will say that I'm just using this palette to see. I'm testing like the blendability, but not really because I did that fucking move with the P. Louise base, which is like such a huge cheat. But I'm not having any problems yet. And honestly, like, I feel like I should go in with the Morphe M506 on that black to kind of get a little bit more of a power stroke there because I'm going to need to blend that line out. But honestly, even without that line blended out, it still looks good. So I'm going back into that sparkly black, which is... awesome. I love bigger palettes. A lot of people don't, but I really like, when I look at a small palette, I feel like, there's just not enough there for me. Like, I just feel like that. Like, that's not necessarily true. I've gotten a little bit better at working with smaller palettes. For the most part, I just always feel like I'm so limited. I'm just using circular motions to blend out. And I'm sure that I could have done this way better with the In the Dark palette. I'm sure of it. Pretty. And then back into that Posh Boss, the grayish color. I love that. I'm going to go back in with the Refer 14. That's really good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to do my under eye with my Morphe M506. I'm just going to get these little crinkles. I'm going to go into this crease with this black with my Morphe because I feel like that's going to get in there a little bit better. We'll see if it keeps it from... Man, that looks fucking awesome. And just doubling up on the pigment. Into that like lavender or lilac-y color. Damn, that looks so good. And then the gray color, grayish. Gravender. I'm going to use my Made by Mitchell ME4 And I'm going to do kind of the same exact technique that I did with the Not Normal palette. I'm just going to kind of put a little touch on there of my NYX glitter primer. And I'm just going to fucking pat this motherfucker. And then I'm going to go into this color right here. It's called Total Goals. And I used the side that had the glitter primer on it. Okay, now I'm going to go into Loaded Lilac down here with my, I'm going to use my Crown C528, the tiny one. And I'm just going to use that on my lower lid. I don't really love that color over the top of that black, because do you guys remember when they said they were like toppers and they were made to go over the black, which is fine. I'm down for that. I just wanted to see if that actually really like worked. So it's okay. It's just not like, I don't really like the color payoff. Like I don't think the color turned out like very similar. So I'm just going to go in with my Morphe pencil brush from the Isolate collection. And I'm going to go into this end color right here. And I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. And I'm going to spray it just because, I mean, why kid ourselves? If this shadow's so good I don't need to spray it, I'll be a son of a bitch. Okay, so I guess I'm going to wipe this off and I'm going to go into this color up here because I'm going to put that over the center, maybe. I feel like palettes, certain palettes like this, they're called artistry palettes, right? These Morphe palettes, they're called artistry palettes. And I really do feel like to some extent, they really are artistry palettes. I really do feel like there's so many ways for me to like mix and match shit. Yeah, so this is the final look. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and I'll be back when I'm done. And you're gonna be really surprised. Just kidding. You probably are like, oh, black lip, black lip, Electra. So this is the manifesto, the pièce de résistance. I didn't use any lashes because honestly, I use lashes for photographs. My looks are really dramatic, and if I don't wear lashes, basically I don't have any. I'm not going to take any photographs of this look because it's from such an old palette that nobody really gives a fuck. I don't have any lashes, but I did use my Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I went over the top of polished with my Arthurine palette in Bearberry. And then I used my 24/7 Glide On Pencil by Urban Decay in Alkaline and my Moonlighter by Black Moon Cosmetics in Cat Shark. And honestly, there's like an ambiance to these highlighters that I guess I never really thought of it like that. Like these are a fucking mood, right? And they match this like mood perfectly. And so yeah, like I'm really grateful that I thought like, oh my God, I should use that because I have so many great purple highlighters right now. Like especially like my Unearthly Cosmetics, the Lowlights palette. That has like, I'm loving those highlighters lately. And then I use Queen of the Night by Kaleidos Makeup in their Cloud Lab lip clays. Can I just say lip clay at this point? I really don't feel like lip clay appropriately describes. I think Cloud Lab or Lip Cloud actually describes the formula for these. If you don't have any of these, fucking get some. They are literally a revolution in fucking matte lip. Yeah, so anyways, I love the Such a Gem palette. I didn't have any problems. It's still good. It has a great color story, great color combination. It has a lot of different textures. And I feel like today I know a lot more tricks than I knew like the last time I used that palette, which was a long fucking time ago. And I'm glad that I gave it another shot because it is an artistry palette and I felt like I really got to create some art with it. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality, my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. Your guys' comments are everything to me. If you got like halfway through this video and you're like, oh my God, this girl is so pretty until she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. And if you were thinking, don't sugarcoat it, Katie, tell us how you really feel, then go check out my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later. look, and honestly, I'm not letting this palette go. It's way too good and way too much my color story and way too many options of different things you can do. Like, I still love it. I still love it. I've been like looking at it for a while now and wondering, do you still love it, motherfucker? Do you? But I do. I still do. I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, obviously, like, I like did something that I didn't like that much, and then I had 1,000 other ways that I could actually improve upon it. And that's like one of the things about makeup. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, and the only thing that there's no going back from is too much black or over blending. And so those two things, but anything else, just a little touch of something, a little slice of love, a little slice of love.